Hello, what is happening, everybody, and welcome to another good old pub game. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I think that might have something to do with views declining, but we'll see how that turns out. But I got a pub game for you guys, requested once again by Tony Montana. I am rather excited for this game. I have not been, of course, doing a regular pub game, just a regular all pick in a while. And I'm looking forward to seeing some good old silly action as we're gonna head into the first picks. And this is just gonna be your good old all pick. So actually, a Techies picked up. That's gonna be rather interesting. I gotta make sure to keep an eye on him and his mines. That was rather difficult last time, because I did not have that much of a knowledge, on what how techies work, and you gotta constantly be all over the place when you cast the techies. So I'm rather excited to see this. Also, Templar Assassin, really strong pickup. Of course, middle laner. So we'll see where how they decide to lane this. I'm not entirely sure it's the best of lanes. Ooh, Riki, that is a risky pickup up against that techies. Riki, of course, a roaming hero, which does mean that he's going to be running all over the place and in through some dangerous places where there could be mines, and he doesn't exactly have a very large health pool, so he might just get completely cut in half by those. But nevertheless, we got the techies. He's already outsetting mines here. Right one down there. Usually what I would do, I've played a bit of techies since my last techies cast, was TP down to basically actually mid lane, and then just rotate up, place mines there, and go for an easy first blood. But it looks like he doesn't want to do that. He wants to prevent the rotation in from the Faceless Void back into the lane. He could, of course, also go this way down, if you guys want to look at the minimap.
I owe you one.
This way down, just like rotate this way down. It's kind of annoying that I don't have a mouse, but we'll see how that turns out. But it's not exactly the best spot in my eyes to place mines, but it could go for it could actually make for a very, very lucky first little kill there. And Trian's probably looking to deny the first rune, or just basically just sit on it and give Void some easy farm. I'm not entirely sure what Nature's Prophet is doing. Looks like we will be having, it looks like a jungling Nature's Prophet for starters here. Going for the Gloves of Haste plus the True Clarity is very, very common. Gonna go for that Quick Hand of Midas. Tech is currently solo on the bottom lane, so that's gonna be rather entertaining to see how that goes. We're gonna be having the Tinker on the middle lane, and Silencer plus the TA on the safe lane. So Tech is gonna have a hard time, and this Void he's gonna get free farm up, but up where this Acro Tri-lane is. Ogre Magi taking some serious damage here starting out. He did run into those mines right there, so they are out of the way. But up against this aggro tri-lane, Techies is not going to be able to do jack shit. And Void is going to get free farm, and he is almost already starting out. Yep, he's actually on the top of the charts as of right now. Sniper taking up that middle lane. No surprise there, and Riki on the stealth off lane. That's probably the best. Not even sure, nah, it's not really the best lane to put him up against the TA, because if he appears, TA's burst damage is just so vast that it's not really a whole lot. He doesn't stand much of a chance, but he's there to be able to sap some experience, and seeing the fact that he isn't a support, or there are no supports for him, that's probably the best choice. But Disruptor, they should probably look to get some early kills up in this Techies. He does of course have Suicide, but if they can land a couple of good stunts on him, they should be more than able to. And already rotating enough from this Riki. He's actually getting it's the pull. But he is just sapping experience, which is of course what you expect the Riki to do. He's only got one last hit so far. Actually getting outlaned by a Techies. Or Techies has gotten a bit more than he has. Ogre Magi.
Selfish.
Gonna be picking up a nice little bounty rune. Riki already rotated out of lane. I think he wants to go for the Silencer here. Or the Nature's Prophet inside the jungle. Try to disrupt him a little bit. Could actually be rather nice. He is getting out double Nature's Prophet. He doesn't have a whole lot of attack speed or attack damage or anything like that, and he's just gonna clean up those tree ends. And that's probably actually the best way to go about it instead of damaging Nature's Prophet, because he is relying on the Nature's Call to tank. And First Blood down on bottom lane goes the way of the Techies. The mines are unreal. Gonna be able to pick up that kill, and Tony Montana now getting chased up by the silencer and the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet gonna be fine, but it is a bit of a disruption, and that's gonna delay his Midas even further. But even though the Techies got that first blood, it doesn't matter a whole lot for the Void, which is the guy I really want to focus on, because he is taking farm. So is TA, however. That could become a problem. I'm not entirely sure what that right there is. That is a ring of regen. Now up on top lane, smoke is coming out and nothing really gonna come from it. And Riki just gonna get forced back. Sniper's right now sitting second, outlaning the Tinker, which is not a big surprise. I mean, Tinker's an okay strong laner, but until he gets his blink dagger, he's gonna get harassed too much by the sniper to actually go in and do the wombo combo. He doesn't have enough damage to take down this this sniper, especially seeing the fact that he hasn't gone for a gank and Tinker build, but he has gone for split pushing, just throwing a couple of points into the machines first. Whereas usually if you're up against somebody like a sniper, you'll probably go for a laser and more in laser, more in heat-seeking missiles, so you can get that first blood. Or at least just take him out at some point. Tinker, yeah, he's just going to be sitting on the ruins. He really wants to farm up, and as of right now, the build is not really working out too well for him. Faceless Void, now getting on the power treads. And Techies Mines. Just going to bring the Void a little bit low. The fortunate thing about Void is that he can backtrack a lot of the damage coming out from the Techies, and especially the Suicide Squad. He has a very good chance of backtracking that. I mean, 25%, that's 1 in every 4. That could have hurt Techies a lot. Now, Tony Montana getting kind of low here. That last word is gonna do a bit of damage to him. You gotta put him low. Of course, the recent, quote-unquote recent, change to permanent invisibility has made sure that he's gonna be able to regen just fine without having to spend too many tangos. But the push is imminent, and the tower is not looking too good. Now down on bottom lane, Techies is gonna get himself in a huge pile of trouble. He's probably gonna go for the deny. But can he out-juke him? Nope, there's a range creep right there. And there you go, that's the deny. And he's even going to get the disruptor as well. Did not see that one coming. Beautiful play there by Techies. Just stalling and waiting for the right opportunity to get himself that second kill. So, overall win from Techies there. Now Tony Montana jumping in. We got to get rid of the fight recap. Simpler Assassin getting forced out a bit. Disruptor has had enough of bottom lane and that fucking Techies, to say the least. He's died twice to him. That Thunder, what is it called? Thunder Strike? Yep, that's gonna rob a couple of the refraction shields. And on the bottom lane, Void is solo as of right now up against the Techies. Ogre Mage, I might want to rotate down to just try to help him out a little bit. Chronos up from Faceless Void, he could go for it, and he is. There's the bash. Where is the Chrono? He's got to get it. There it is. Mine's gonna go, but it's not really gonna matter as Techies is gonna fall.
I foresaw your death.
And that is the issue with having the Techies lane up against the Faceless Void, because he's gonna get him a lot. Techies is gonna die a lot down there. You don't want to give the Void too much farm. And currently, TA making up for it in last hits. G is currently doing super well in terms of last hits. Now Silencer might be in a bit of trouble. Riki, he's not level 6 yet, so it might have been a bit greedy, bit too greedy of him to try to go for that play. And it's eventually gonna fall back. Go down to Tinker. Has gotten rearm in order. Already at level 6. You usually wait until you have your BOTs to actually do the rearm. So that is definitely a it's definitely going to be a factor. Seeing the fact that he's going for it right now. Riki having trouble almost getting the silencer. Silencer going to get glimpsed back, but it could be on the disruptor, and it is. Bit too greedy of a play.
Is how you lasted so long.
Trying to get the silencer, but not gonna work. Now Tony Montana going in, or at least trying to find him. He's underneath the tower and he's gonna TP back, so not really gonna matter. But the issue I had before was something I cannot entirely remember, so I'm just gonna proceed to talk about another subject, which is basically Faceless Void up against this Techies lane. The issue with Faceless Void going up against him is, of course, that Faceless Void is melee, which means that those suckers are gonna be difficult to deal with. The mines. He can't go up and last hit him, because then he's going to do a whole lot of damage to himself, and that's going to enable Techies to just basically get a kill on him, and that's not what you want. Up on top lane though, Tony Montana jumping in on this TA. She's gonna get the last hit though. Tony Montana gonna have to retreat out on the Ricky, but bit of a weird word. I actually forgot to do my whole introduction thingy. That is very, very not what I usually do, but I wanted to have a lot of focus on this Techies, so I'm just gonna quickly do the introductions here, what heroes we actually have in play. Ogre Magi is currently just running down to back up this Faceless Void. Nature's Prophet did actually die in jungle to the Reiki. Didn't even realize the rotation's coming in. I'm paying attention to the wrong things here. TA pushing down the bottom lane there. I'm actually just going to quit that whole introduction. I think you guys got the heroes by now. We'll remember to do it last game, but the amount of focus I think this Techies actually deserves is unreal. Now Silencer going to pop the last word under the Ogre Magi. That is going to hurt. And he's going to try to retreat out. Not into the mines, fortunately, though. So Ogre Magi is going to be fine, but they need a range down here on bottom lane to deal with those mines, because Void, as soon as the wave pushes beyond this point, he's not going to be able to get last hits, and that's hurting his CS a lot. And you can see that Riki actually almost going down there as well as the sniper. He does have a bit of regen, and he might want to consider spending it. Tinker has gone down. I'm missing kills left and right here. Tinker getting brought down by the Riki, which was probably why the Wrath Nature came out. There are a lot of like single target pickoffs, which is a caster's nightmare, especially when you're a play-by-play caster like I am, because it's tough to do analysis and you constantly have to pay attention where are everybody. Usually like the big chunky fights where you can narrate like a boss. Oh, Techies. Boom goes the dynamite, and Disruptor is gonna get sent sky high by those mines. TA gonna push down this mid lane tower with the help of the Tinker and the Silencer, so that's that tower gone. Currently, Dire doing fantastically. And actually down on bottom lane, Techies getting another kill with those mines down on bottom. Tony Montana doesn't want to chase, and I can understand why. You know, you never know where there is a mine. Plus the suicide is gonna factor in. That's gonna blow Riki sky high. Faceless Void gonna lose out a lot of farm down here, which is a big issue because the TA is just farming away. Now gonna go in the Ogre Magi. The Ignite is gonna drop the refractions, but Ogre Magi should fall regardless, seeing the fact that there is no tower. TA has not gone for Phase Boots, which is actually gonna help out the Ogre Magi. He's not gonna fall. I thought he was. TA deciding not to chase. She did have the way faster move speed, but just wanted to farm up a bit. Now down the bottom lane, we do have 4 heroes rotating down here. I think they want to get rid of those mines so they can start pushing the tower, because that's taking quite literally pretty much 0 damage. Not quite literally, it's taking 200 damage, which is not a whole lot in terms of Dota. It's just a couple of bashes. But yeah, Techies doing an excellent job of controlling this lane with those mines. I mean, it's not often you see a 21 CS Techies. Silencer and Riki might want to do the tanko here. I don't think while the Tinker is there though, he does have a haste rune, which could become a problem for Tony. Now the tower is taking a bit of damage. There are mines down, and 2 of them, in fact. Nature's Prophet just gonna TP back. His Midas was actually a rather good time, even though he did die once. Now Tony coming in. Tony Montana, is he gonna go on him? There are people nearby. Nature's Prophet not gonna be able to retreat out of this one. There's the last little blink, and that's the money. Now TA coming in for the counter initiation, but the Invis is back up and running for him. So Nature's Prophet unable to deal, and that's gonna drop his farm by a significant amount. He's fought wars for days, and the boost of speed plus the build of strength. He might have wanted to get those before he went into the jungle. Not really sure how much of a difference it would have made for him, but definitely enough
Time is money.
to at least make him last a little bit longer. Now Sniper getting against Mask of Madness here. Oh, the Chrono onto the Tinker. He's gonna get bashed, and only one more lucky bash. There it is. Now Silencer coming in, gonna pop the last word, plus the Sprout is gonna get committed. Techies coming in, he's gonna get disrupted by the static field, so he's unable to pursue. And Faceless Void gonna make it back out. Good static field there. So Techies couldn't get up and get his suicide off, because that is maxed. And that is way more damage than Void even has in health. in total health. Even with the magic damage resistance. Now Techies actually coming in. He's gonna disrupt this a little bit. Basically hoping for the Void to just run into those mines there. Now Riki. They see the Templar Assassin. I think they might want to go. Sure looks like it. Ogre. Gonna get sprouted. Now he's in a bad spot. CA just sitting there. Maybe gonna go for Melt Strike. Nope. Silence is coming out. So no Refraction Shield for you. Back up and going though. They're gonna have to try to fight through it. And Templar Assassin gonna get that Ogre Magi. Now turning on to the Riki. But he's gonna go Invis before they manage to get him. A good thing for Templar Assassin might be to buy Dust. So she can follow up on those kills. Now Void, if he runs into those mines, he's done for. And that's the Blink Dagger from TA. 13-minute Blink Dagger on Yasha. That's not half that bad. And Techies gonna get that kill on Void. Void pinging it out, of course, in frustration. And even Disruptor gonna fall. Templar Assassin just quickly rotated down to that bottom lane and got her hands on the Disruptor. I'm missing kill stuff then right here. This is a chaotic game with a lot of single target pickoffs. But the push is imminent bottom, and Ogre Magi basically just sitting down there, unable to do a whole lot. And now TA jumping in on him. Stun's coming out. TA is going to get chased out a bit. But Ogre Magi is way in enemy territory. There is a Void or a Nature Prophet sitting in there. Sniper going to go for the assassination. That's going to latch. And now Ogre Magi going to try to see if he can get his hands on the Nature's Prophet. Multicast is not going to be enough, I think. But the Shrapnel is, and Ogre Magi just bashing that last hit. That was rather unfortunate for the dire side. And now the Glimpse back almost into the kinetic field was off by a very, very small margin. He does pretty much have mana for the Suicide Squad. A Soul Ring and a Boom should be enough. And now Tigger gonna try to push this lane, I think. Or at least gonna try to hold it off from their tower. Kinetic field is gonna trap the Techies. And there you go, that's the assassination. Gonna secure that kill. Sniper picking up a kill off the back of this. Not entirely sure that assassination was necessary, but they did at least get a kill. And Ogre Magi dropping very, very low from that last word. But yeah, Sniper is sitting on 2-0-1. His CS is the best currently. GPM second highest because TA has gotten more kills. But his experience per minute is through the roof as of right now. Level 13 in 15 minutes. That's not half that bad. And currently they're actually having trouble dealing with the Sniper. Void still trying to farm up. He did synergize well with the Sniper. Two carries that work really, really well together. Which is the fortunate thing about it. There are a lot of carries that don't synergize very well, but these are two that do. You have the Faceless Void just jumping on the Chronosphere, and then you have Sniper pretty much just like plucking away at them from the outside. Disruptor is also able to set up some good Chronos with the Kinetic Field, and the Static Storm and Faceless Void. That's really going to get the Silencer up on the top lane. Now going to go further on to the Tinker, who's maybe going to be able to make it his way out. A couple of backtracks are in order, but the Jukes and the Laser, the miss rate is unreal. Void going to go down. Probably not what he was looking for. Now down on bottom lane, TA.
Selfish.
They're looking to take this tower. Riki jumping in a bit prematurely. Ogre Magi now coming in. They're going to stun up the Techies for now, and he should be the one falling first. And he's not even. TA gonna get the return kill, and now going on Ogre. Beautiful suicide. And TA should be able to pick up that kill. Almost. It's actually the Tinker coming in from the back there. But beautiful kill for the Techies there. Waiting patiently, getting out, and then popping the Suicide Squad and setting up the kill for TA. Oh, Tinker. Oh no. You just got glimpsed, buddy. There's a problem for the Disruptor. He is stuck inside the kinetic field with the TA, but he's able to make it back out. I'm not really sure why she didn't just reinitiate onto the Disruptor. I don't think she could have ever gotten the Sniper. So she's gonna drop, making mistakes. Sniper gonna pick himself another kill. And that's the fortunate thing. Sniper with the gem up against the Techies is pretty much the ultimate counter. Because he's just able to sit outside the range and just pop those mines. And Nature's Prophet now probably looking to push top. Ogre Magi coming back in. Don't think he's fast enough though, is he? Yes he is. Plus the glimpse. into the kinetic field, and that right there's one dead Nature's Prophet. And he's just gonna take a beating. Ogre Magi bashing away here. Disruptor is gonna die though. The return kill with the Nature's Wrath and CP out from Ogre Magi, or not from Ogre Magi, excuse me, from the Nature's Prophet. It's not gonna be sufficient for him. Oh, the mines though. That is the unfortunate thing. Techies gotta be hating. Everything about this sniper right now is just working towards Radiant's favor. And this is a very, very intense game. We've had some quite intense fights, a lot of single target pickups. Like I said earlier, now the TA might be in a bit of trouble. It's going to go for the melt. And once she reinitiates, that's going to hurt. That damage is unreal. It's going to wait for the smoke to clear and actually just going to back out. There's a double damage rune if she wants it. Now down the bottom lane, the Chrono is going to get pop faces Void. Unable to get the bashes off. And CP back home from Tinker. Tinkerino. Sniper wanting to get the silencer. If he can get the slows, he can't. And he's doing more than enough damage. But so is Tinker, dropping the sniper to about the 1/4 of health. With just one heat-seeking missile. Tinkerino. Oh, Void. No backtrack's gonna save you today, buddy. He has not been fortunate with him. Not having any RNG plays so far. TA, I don't think she knows he's there. Nope. Basically just farming right next to each other. With the TA that could potentially kill him. That's Tinker rotating down the bottom lane. Very, very late Midas coming out from Void. I'm not entirely sure why he purchased that Midas. It seems kind of irrelevant at 19 minutes because it's an investment. It's an investment. You buy an item to get you more gold. You pay gold for something that's going to pay you more gold. And that bottom tower is going to fall. And now we can actually start doing some math because stuff is starting to come down. What's that on Midas? It's like 2,000 gold, 2,050, I think. Yep, 2,050 gold. And it's gonna increase your gold by 100 GPM. I've worked this out before. It's gonna take you 20 minutes. A bit more than 20 minutes. 21 minutes before it pays itself home. Which means at minute 40, it would have been worth it for him to buy it. And that is way too long when you're 20 minutes into the game already. Of course, in experience, it does help a lot, but and gold-wise, it's not really the best of net worth. I mean, he's actually up there. He is getting up there. He is almost the same amount as the Ultra Farmer, Nature's Prophet, and he's only going to get fatter. And of course, Nature's Prophet has pretty much closing in on 10 more minutes, and his Midas would have been worth it. Oh, the mines. Oh, no backtrack today, buddy. Youchies. That right there hurt. Now the TA pushing down the top tower here. They're having trouble dealing with it. They're having huge amounts of trouble. Templar Assassin cannot handle the damage. Sniper able to pick her off. He's doing super well. Got the Sanch and Yasha in order. And he is the Turbo Smurf from hell as of right now. Techies got his hands on the Bloodstone. Also going to be mining up here. If you look at it, Dire are just basically stomping at least on towers, and Radiant are winning on the experience here, which is a very, very weird scenario. But it's of course because Radiant have more kills, but no towers. And towers give you gold, not experience. Riki, now getting the Diffusal Blade. That's going to help out a lot against this Nature's Prophet and the Tinker, who's pretty much constantly low on mana. But especially against the Nature's Prophet. And he's now got a Deso as well. That's going to become trouble for basically Disruptor, Ogre Magi, some parts of Sniper. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's going to drop the Void's armor low, but if he gets a heart, he's going to be absolutely fine. which is probably not going to get. Probably going to go for a butterfly or something. Because there is a lot to backtrack. At least in the mines, but Nature's Prophet got the Deso in order. And that's at least going to increase his push. Going to make it easier to take down the towers. Now, Techies going to try to TP out. Is he going to be able to? Yes, he is. Not enough damage. And Roshan should fall relatively fast with this minus armor coming out here. He's on minus 12. Meld armor reduction plus the Desolator. So that's going to be a fast Roche, but there is a Faceless Void not far away, and he could jump in and try to snatch this Roche. They're going to pop the smoke just to make sure, or dust, just to make sure that the Reiki isn't there, and he's going to jump from Sniper, now getting forced back. He's actually having a bit of trouble coping with the damage. Chronosphere is going to get popped, and basically, the refraction off of TA is going to be enough. Sniper is going to fall to the Nature's, or basically going to kill the Nature's Prophet, and then Silencer going to finish him off. Gemma Trueside is on the ground. Reinitiation in from Reiki, going to jump on the Techies. He does have the Suicide, now going to get glimpsed back in. Into the smoke. Static Storm. Might want to go for the Suicide now. He's taking a lot of damage. TA is going to fall, but that's only for the first time. Coming back for round 2 now. And she's just going to be able to blink away. But the stun in from Ogre Magi, they really want her. She's down on Melt. And they need the gem. Smoke. It's of course not going to reveal, and she does have the blink up and ready in a couple of seconds here. And going to be able to blink out. Now the second stun though. Tinker is back in the fight. And he wants to go. Now the turnaround. Not exactly. That was a bit overdramatic. I don't think TA was in on that. The Gemma Trueside is actually still on the ground. Neither team has picked it up. Where's it lying at? Where was Sniper's dead corpse? It's right in the shade, right there. Now Riki
Right through me.
went a bit too far. But actually Nature's Prophet did manage to get his hands on the Gemma Trueside here. So he's got it now. And Tinker now going to be looking to push in the lane. Currently, I would actually say that Dire are taking this rather convincingly, even though the experience is 3k ahead on the Radiant. The net worth is what matters coming into the later portions of the game. It's in the early game that the experience matters, but as soon as spells start to decline, it's the net worth. Void. Isn't really very fortunate with the backtracks. Tinker gonna be able to drop out of this rather easily. Now Techies also mining up. Actually, the camps here are gonna prevent the Void from getting too much. And he's just gonna drop a couple of mines. Tinker going for, I would say, the right item choice in terms of the Dagon. Except for the fact that Void can, of course, backtrack it rather easily. Now Silencer might have been a bit greedy. But in terms of the Sniper, that's a perfect pickup for Tinker because he's basically able to burst him down. And we're looking at 350 plus 400, that's already 750. Plus the laser. That is pretty much 900 worth of burst. And Sniper's on 1600. It's not quite enough, but with the rearm, it's more than enough. Oh, Void. Yikes, he's the Techies mines, and he's not having a good game so far. Not even getting to spend the Midas very much. Trying to air that. Disruptor gonna get completely blown out of the...
Secretly.
Basically the world of Dota with that amount of crits. Ogre Magi is still trying to build his Yule Scepter. I think it might be a bit indecisive. Has gone for some some magic damage resistance. Sorry. So he's looking rather solid on that. Now, Techies. He's gonna get reinitiated once again by the Riki, but wisely enough, Riki trying to back out because that Suicide Squad's gonna take him out if he's close enough. In one swipe, basically. Magic damage resistance or not, it's gonna take him out. I'm not even sure what type of damage it is. It's actually physical, so he might be able to live it. Now TA jumping in on the Sniper. He's gonna be able to make it back out. Now Ogre Magi having a bit of trouble coping with the damage. Now, Static Storm into the kinetic field. Nature's Prophet's trapped in there. Ogre Magi gonna try to make his way in, but he's gonna get completely bursted down. Riki gonna destroy some while going for the invis. Disruptor also gonna get forced back, and they lost the Ogre, which is not really all that great. Glimpse back in, TA able to blink back out. Now Sniper is not gonna do much. He tried to man up, but kinda failed. And both teams are being very, very careful. They don't want to do too much. They don't want to be too greedy. Look at the experience graph. It's pretty much dipped into dire territory again. Techies. Sniper gonna eat a mine. He is going for NMKB. Which I'm not really sure why. I don't know if there's any evasion currently. Oh, Void. Going for the silencer. Gonna get the chrono. The solo chrono just for him. Just to take him out. And Band of Elven Skin. That's pretty much gonna be his Yasha? I don't know about you, but I don't build Yasha on Void. I don't really do much in Yasha Void. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna question that too much, but usually you would get either a Milner or a Battle Fury, and then let that be it. And now, no, the Nature's Prophet, now just gonna get picked up by the Sniper. And the Gem of True Sight is on the ground. They just need to hook it back up, and it's gonna be on the Ogre Magi. Which is okay. I would say that maybe the Riki would make more use of the gem, but then again, you know, he's... I don't know. I'd say that, yep, Riki, yeah, he's able to keep it a lot safer than an Ogre Magi is. Because of the invis. But yeah, I'm not really sure about this pickup here. I mean, Yasha is partly to prevent yourself from getting kited. But when you stop time, you don't really get kited because people just stand still around you. So yeah. I'm not entirely sure about the pickup. Usually you get the Mjolnir or the Battle Fury, and then you just start working your damage. Or attack speed in case if you're like... If you're building Battle Fury, you will still need some attack speed, which just makes it okay to build a Mjolnir, but usually you just go crits right after that. And that was a very, very fortunate TP cancel. Smoke gank down the bottom lane. They gotta know they're on mid. Nature's Prophet's the only one who's smoking up. We might see a fight now. Kinetic Field is gonna get dropped. BKB coming out from the TA. Global Silence also gonna get bopped. And now TA trying to go ham here. Might find a double kill on... Yep, they're gonna find the Ogre. Tinker gonna be able to finish that off with counter initiation from the Chrono. Silencer getting hammered. Now the Techies as well. He's not even gonna be able to suicide. Kaboom, what a turnaround. That's the middle tower gone. And now they want to proceed. They can take tier 2s. This Tinker should not be that big of a deal. Sniper taking a bit of damage here. There is a Techies backup unavailable, but he of course has no force staff, so no way of getting in there. And only a regular pair of brown boots. And that is pretty much the mid lane tower gone. If Wood could get a couple of nice backtracks there. He's not being very fortunate. Is going to get taken out by the Tinker. Backtrack ain't 70 today, my man. But in the meantime, the split push up from the Nature's Prophet is proving to be quite the challenge for them to handle. The top tower's already gone. Bottom tower's down to half HP, and Nature's Prophet pushing like a boss. But then again, this sniper, the net worth on him is just too ridiculous. He's unable to actually get him, is he? Yep, unable to get him. Not able to see through the trees, and he's probably looking to get rid of that Ring of Equality. He's got 3.2k gold. Holy hell. Ogre Magi got the Yule Scepter up and running. I am still not entirely sure how you pronounce it. Some pronounce it like I do, Ogre Magi. Some pronounce it Ogre McGee. I'm not sure what's right and what's wrong. Oh, now Tinkerino inside the woods going on the Ogre Magi. It's not going to be enough to burst damage. Cloak just saving him there, and Riki going to pick up the return kill.
Dead on the
Ouchies, now Nature's Prophet just going to tap him to death with the Desolator. Riki,
Gone green.
yeah, that's going to be re-invisibility. Redo the invisibility. There is a double damage rune down there if they want to go for it. Roshan is also up and running again. And Riki now gonna jump onto the Nature's Prophet, purge out from the Diffusal Blade, and that's done for. Riki gonna fall. Silencer picking up that kill, but the return initiation, the counter initiation, the sniper doing work and going ham. TA, no, that's the Techies. TA is actually just up in the jungle farming for now.
Blessings.
And I'm not entirely sure. I mean, if you look at the net worth, it's very, very split out, but this sniper is doing work. His net worth is incredibly high compared to everybody else. And TA has not really gotten any big items since the Blink Dagger. She's got the BKB up and running, but that's not a very high GPM. Her GPM is pretty much mediocre, whereas the sniper is like top notch. If anybody even says that anymore, but I don't think really Tinker cares at this point. He's just wanting to get out of the sniper's grasp. And 300 or 3k gold up on the sniper. Where do you go from there? I mean, what do you buy? He bought Boots of Travel instead of the Fate, or instead of the Power Treads, but I mean, what do you buy? He's not even a midget anymore. That Bloodlust. TA trying to take that solo Roshan. She's got to be careful. I mean, even with the mines there, it could become trouble. Ogre Magi, he's got to watch out for himself as well, though. How's experience from it actually doing? Sniper sitting on 744. That's ridiculous. Nature's Prophet now going for a bunch of crits. It's going to help him out, at least taking out the sniper and the Void as well. But sniper, I feel he's just too strong at this point. Chrono coming out. And Tinker, he's going to go down, no doubt about it. Sniper taking that kill. Void still trying to farm up. He's got the Mantis style going for him. Not even sure the illusions work inside the Chrono. That's going to be very exciting to see if they do. But I actually rather doubt it. Creep wave upon creep wave getting bashed down. TA even having trouble dealing with the Roshan. She's got like no damage at all. Bringing herself down to half HP and a couple of bashes, and that could be a quick death for her. But Aegis is going to go in her favor, but it's going to be a trade of a Tinker, an Nature's Prophet, and a top tower. Whereas the Nature's Prophet just got picked off by the Riki inside the jungle. TA now got the Mjolnir going for him. I'm not entirely sure that's a good thing because the sniper is able to pick off those illusions so fast, and he's going for Scotty as well. That's what I like to see. Top tower is taking quite a fair amount of damage. Faceless Void going to be the cleanup crew for these creeps. Now the key initiation in. No real initiations. Just a couple of rockets flying. Now the TA blinks in. Gonna pop the BKB. Everybody retreating out. Global Silence is gonna go. This should be the end of the Disruptor, and it is. Ogre Magi got his hands on the Yule Scepter. There is no Chrono for 16 seconds, so they might want to wait. Man's illusions are popped. They're just going to send up one illusion for now. I don't think he's really showed it. Nope. Techies, now it's shown. Faceless Void just going to run in and bash those. And he's going to get the last word, and that right there is going to hurt. And is it going to hurt enough? Nope, it's not. Riki reinitiating onto the TA. She's having trouble coping with the damage. Is going to be able to make it back out, or at least in an invis. Sprout trapping himself and the sniper is the Nature's Prophet, and they got the gem. Very, very close game so far. Tinkerino not really doing all that well. The split pushing is not going the way I think he wanted it to, but they already have the split pusher in the Nature's Prophet, so if you would just focus more on ganking, I think that would be fine. And net worth pretty much back to 0. Experience graph still in the Radiant's favor, so currently they are ahead, but not by much. It's pretty much the sniper carrying them for him at this point. Of course, with the Riki doing a significant amount of work as well. And he's pretty much got his recipe for the Skull Basher. Yes, sir. That's what he's got. Sniper, though. I'm excited to see that Scotty come out on him. That's going to make him hella big. And now down the bottom lane. The Void. Might want to pop the Chrono. Yes. TA sitting inside the Chronosphere. Getting bashed. Ogre Magi, of course, got trapped. And Void not going to be able to do a whole lot. The Refraction doing too much inside that Chrono. So not enough damage. Riki. Now going to jump onto the TA. Might be a bit of a challenge for him. Void can backtrack that. Should be able to make it back out. The only one in real danger was the... Never actually in real danger. Just coming in and walking back out was the Disruptor. And Tony Montana. The Skull Basher. Might be able to work miracles for him, actually. If he's up against the Nature's Prophet, he could prevent him from trying to just get out. The Techies could have trouble inside the smoke as well. I mean, there are a lot of options in it. And Techies currently sitting on that Gem of True Sight. I would say that's probably not the guy you want to put it on. And now Disruptor gonna get his own Gem of True Sight here. Sniper. Gonna let the ulti fly, but not in time. Riki gonna get that kill beforehand. And he's currently doing tremendous work. 8-3-2, that's what you want to see, whereas the Void is having trouble. Still sitting on the Midas. It's pretty much now it should come into effect, and his GPM is... it's not very good, to say the least. I hate being hateful towards these guys. Not exactly hateful, just when they do their builds, but this is a rather weird build. And now going for Scotty. Alright, that's one way to do it. No Battle Fury, no Mjolnir, just a Mask of Madness, Manta Style, and a Scotty. It's a long time since I've seen a build like that, because Void isn't really a chase hero. You pop the Chrono, you run in there, you do as much damage as you can, and you time walk back out again. That's pretty much how I see Void. Which means that you want to be able to do as much damage inside the Chrono as you can, and he's been unable to do that. And that's shown. He's died 6 times and has barely gotten a single kill inside the Chrono. He's having trouble handling the TA's Refraction. And it's just a general issue for him. This is not a particularly good build. Mine's flying sky high. We're going sky high. Void. Is the illusion gonna get gonna die now? And this is it is trouble for the Dire, though. They have gotten their tier 3s pushed in. Racks have been initiated upon, not by much, but still enough to be a significant threat. Nature's Prophet. Oh, the smoke's unreal. They're gonna smoke up here. Not really sure what they're going for. It's probably gonna be the Nature's Prophet for now, but he's gonna be TPing back out again in 6 seconds. He's got a little horde of treants to try to protect him. He's just sitting in there for now. Think he might be waiting for it. Nope, now he's gonna TP back out again. And there is no Nature's Prophet to be found. Void jumping in up on top lane. TA this time taking a lot of damage. Don't think it's gonna be quite enough. The bash though, plus the refraction, she might be able to turn this around. Void is unable to go through the bashes. Now the counter initiation coming in from the Tinker. Global Time is gonna fly as well. Nature's Prophet is gonna go to, or is gonna get the kill up on Faceless Void. And that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. He's not doing enough damage inside the Chrono to actually make a difference. And especially when you're up against the TA with the refraction, I mean, you really gotta lay down some serious attack speed to deal with that. And he just isn't. I'm not really a huge fan of that build. Disruptor taking a bit of damage. It is the Nature's Prophet chasing him, but now Sniper bringing his Scotty on the board. And easy kill for him. Now there's a TA who wants to get in the action there. The static or the refraction should fall fast. Nature's Prophet gonna pop the BKB, and I'm not entirely that might have just been a panic BKB, but you gotta worry about just seconds. I think that was the 6-second BKB that just went. She's only got 5 seconds left, and now the tech is gonna get stunned by the actually quad stunned by the Ogre Magi there. The multicast showing its worth, and Gemma Trueside is now on the ground. Techies got the suicide off, but this is a disaster. Sniper's just too farmed.
You make a great bullet catcher.
And now they have 2 gems on the team. One for Sniper and one for Rikian. I think Sniper might want to drop his and try to get that that last item. Not entirely sure what else he needs. I mean, he's got decent attack speed, very good damage. Maybe could benefit from some crits instead. But as of right now, he's just kicking so much ass, it's almost unreal. There are remote mines up and ready, but the tower is just falling too fast.
Structures are fortified.
This tower is falling ridiculously fast. Tinker. Just gonna be coming in with a few little courtesy fuck you rockets to the face. Void now finishing up his Scotty. Is nowhere near where the fight is gonna be. And tier 1 or tier 3s, excuse me, mid lane are barely gonna fall. It is within deny range, so they might want to actually choose to commit on this, but they're not, and no denies. It is a difficult situation when you gotta deny your own mid lane tower. That is not a situation you want to be in. You want to keep it alive as long as possible, but
Double damage.
the comeback, though, if you look at it, Radiant back in the lead. Gold grabs going towards 0. Sniper. I can't say I don't agree with that choice. Maelstrom, that's an item we've been lacking all game, and he's going to be attacking super duper fast now. The attack speed is unreal. Popping the Gem of True Sight in the stash.
Haste.
Void. He's just not engaging fast enough. Okay, his attack speed is not bad. He's attacking once every half seconds, but
Bounty.
I would still say something like a... Oh, hold on, the chrono. Is it gonna go? No, it's not. Yes, it is. And the illusions are actually working inside the chrono, so now that myth debunked. And the chrono went off. And it pushes him in this wall. Void still got 4 ways to go. I'm still not entirely sure about this build. But it seems to start to make a bit more sense now. Sniper, you don't have a gem, buddy. There are mines on the ground. TA coming in and boom, Techies. Gonna pick himself a double kill there. The lack of gems caught up to him. And they just cannot go in on their own anymore. They gotta have the Ogre. Or the Riki. The gem carrier to back him up. They can't go out 2 guys because that's gonna mean a lot of pain and a lot of death and a lot of explosions. TP in from the Tinker. This could become a problem. He's sitting inside the woods though. Is Riki able to jump him? I don't think he is. And those March of the Machines actually doing a relatively decent amount of damage. Tinker just gonna be dropping back out for now. Nature's Prophet. Haven't been talking a whole lot about the man. I mean, he's going for that MKB, which is making a lot more sense than the snipers because of the evasion of the Riki smoke and the Void's backtrack. Tinker gonna make it back out, and now TA is gonna be picking up her Desolator, and that's gonna hurt a lot, as you can obviously see already right off the bat. Disruptor gonna fall super duper fast. Tinker up on 3k gold now. But the TA also kicking a lot of dicks. Net worth wise, they're the 3 up top, except for the sniper, of course. But yeah, that mid lane tower is looking much dead as of right now. TP's coming in though. That is the Void, and he's just going to be going for the TA illusions first. They're going to be pushing this down. I would say some crits would suit this Void rather well. And not chronoing TA too much. If he can chrono the Nature's Prophet, the Tinker, the Techies, or anybody like that, except for the TA, he's going to bring him down so much because they're not exactly tanky, and that's what I fear that this dire team lacks. But then again, same story for the Radiant. I mean, I think that's why Sniper and Void has gone for the Scotty. It's basically to gain that tankiness, which they don't have. If you look at it, Techies is pretty much the tankiest guy on Dire. Except for the TA, but she's only out tanking him by about 200 HP. Now Void's trying to go for that solo Roche, and he's just gonna get melted. Now Sniper gonna take over. TA in with the Blink Dagger. I think she's ready to go for that Roshan, to go for that Aegis steal. And they want to Roche. It's going to be a battle over the Roches. He's constantly being forced in and out of his Roche pit there. Techies now got his Force Staff. Probably going to be looking to be a bit more aggressive with the Suicide. Seeing the fact that it does a lot of damage. Especially up against the Ogre. And the Disruptor. Disruptor is pretty much going to drop on the spot if Techies decides to go. But yeah, the Roche pit. Plus there's a Cheese on the line. Next, I would say that next to get Roche fares, it might actually decide the game who gets the next Roche. Because this is just so close. Nature's Prophet has obviously been dying a lot, but it is Nature's Prophet. Which is something I don't blame him for. Void has sold his Midas only about enough time to pay itself back. Has gone for the Hyperstone, which I really agree with. And this Roche is gonna drop pretty damn fast. Sniper gonna be pounding away at it. And the slow out from this guy is unreal. Now, Tinker, I think they might want to go for the Roche Snatch. Are they gonna be able to? TA just sitting in there, not gonna. Aegis picked up by the Ogre Magi. There's a Cheese on the ground there. I think Ricky might have some interest in that. Or the Disruptor for that matter. But Ricky is going to be the carrier nonetheless. He does have the gem as well, which is rather important. So we do have an Ogre Magi with an Aegis. Disruptor with basically nothing. Ricky with the Cheese. And a Sniper who's just going ham on a TA. But they might be a bit too much for him. He's going to drop and he's got the gem as well. Yikesies. Now it's the TA sitting on the gem. This gem has changed hands way too many times. Techie's going to drop. And that right there's the tier 1 tower bot's going to fall. Or falling. Didn't even realize they'd only taken that. Nature's Prophet back into the fray. Now Tinker going to be dropping some bombs here on the Ogre Magi. But now the return, the counter initiation onto the Nature's Prophet. Aegis is going to pop first time. Back for round 2 it is. TA. Oh, they're just going to abandon him. They're just going to totally abandon him. Void doing work up on top lane. Trying to go through back to protection on this Rax here. Silencer should drop from this. Void just going ham. Actually backtracking the Ethereal Blade. I finally figured out how to say that. But those are the melee Rax gone. And this is becoming a problem. Increasingly becoming a problem, if you will. Sniper. It said he got something. A Mjolnir. There it is. He's got the Mjolnir going for him now. So his attack speed is going to be through the roof. Currently, he's only attacking about 0.60. That's going to drop to a bit more than once every half seconds. But the initiation down on bottom lane. Riki trying to handle this Templar Assassin. She's just walking right through the kinetic barrier, and he's going to be able to make it out. But the push, though, is imminent. Sniper back up in not too long, so they might want to retreat. In the meantime, Void just keeping pressure on the top lane here. It's probably going to be a good thing for him. Tinker going to be dropping the bombs on him, pretty much taking him out with that Ethereal Blade, plus the Dagon, plus the Heat-Seeking Missile and the Laser, almost being able to take him out. Scotty was a rather decent pickup for him. It's just not very common build. Now Void, I think he wants to try to, walk out of there. They got to protect that middle tower.
Illusion.
Jeez, so still be on Reiki. He did use it after he took all that damage. And Void leading the charge. Is the Ethereal Blade back up and going for him? It is, but not enough damage. There it is. The laser going to be able to finish him off, but it was a bit too much for Tinker to handle. And he's going to drop, but it was a Tinker for a Void, which is a rather good trade. Now Ogre Magi taking quite a lot of damage. Wrath of Nature is going to blow through. Ah, Techie's going to get the Disruptor with the mines inside the woods. Nice spot in there. But the push, though, is in a minute. It's 4 versus 3, but the Silencer isn't really all that much of a factor, seeing the fact that this is almost pure right clicks, except for the Ogre. The mines are going to drop all this Techie's work. He is maybe going to go in here. He does have the Force Staffs up and ready. TA going to pop the BKB. That's going to wear off pretty much right away. Techie or Riki having trouble coping with the damage. Now they might want to turn. The Abyssal Blade is going to go. TA is taking too much damage to handle. Techie is going to drop a bomb onto the Riki, and he's going to fall. Ogre Magi is sitting inside of the Sprout. Going to be able to take out the Silencer, but he's going to drop as well. Nature's Prophet now going to fall in. That should be the Techies as well. Sniper being the ultimate winner of this fight. And he's sitting, there are 2 gems on the ground, and he's got no space. I would say, yeah, just go push at this point. Yikesies. Sniper doesn't know what the fuck to do with those.
Dyer's middle barracks are
I would
under
say just go
attack.
push. Have the courier come pick him up. And the second gem. There's still a gem on the ground. Gem on the ground, guys. There's still one left. Oh, sniper though gonna fall to the tinker. Ethereal blade doing work. I think they remembered that second gem there. That's right there. So now they're sitting on 2 gems. Courier coming in. It's the war of the couriers. It's about to come back in. But this game is tense. This game is very, very tense. It's right on the edge. Tinkerino. Just gonna go back and rearm. Nature's Prophet almost back up and running here. You might want to consider selling his Midas. It's done him all the good it can. But now he needs to start getting some serious items, because otherwise they're gonna lose it. Sniper's 6 slotted. Might want to turn that Mask of Madness into a Satanic though. Ogre Magi looking pretty solid as well. Got the Ghost Scepter for himself. Might want to turn that into an Ethereal Blade now that I think about it. But the issue is money. Or just buy an Agnum Scepter. That works as well. I mean, it's going to increase your multicast. Going to increase a lot of the chance of you basically... it's like marrying Lady Luck, if you will. It's going to kick dicks. And Disruptor. Closing in on that Agnum Scepter as well. That should help him out, trying to get that last bit of damage out of the Static Storm. And generally Agnum Scepters being picked up pretty much all around. The supports have been doing a very, very good job of being supports this game. Even though Disruptor has died a lot, his assists do speak for it, and he's been doing a tremendous amount of work to try to keep his teammates alive. Basically been the tank of all evil. Now Templar Assassin. I want to get initiated upon refraction. It's going to reveal that it's not an illusion. Everything is going to get dropped. She's going to be able to blink out of the static field or kinetic field. Now TA, she's going to drop it immediately. Everything going out on her. And Tinker, yep, I would TP out as well if I was in that case. How's the buyback situation looking? There is one on TA, there's one on Tinker, there's one on Sniper. As of right now, and they're pushing in this bottom lane very, very fast. The split push though, up in the top lane, we gotta keep an eye on that, because that could become a factor. On the middle lane as well, the lanes are pushing in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's gonna be difficult to do something about. Tinker now trying to rotate back, try to go for the defense. This tier 2 bottom is probably gonna fall. It's at least going very, very fast. And the Ogre Magi. Really, really aggressive here. Void, he's got his Chrono up on the ready. If they want to go for a jump here, they have the opportunity. There are mines, but not a whole lot of them. I don't think it's going to matter all that much. They don't have a gem, but they know there are mines. They just don't know how many. There's one mine, there's two, and there's three. Riki's still sitting on the gem, so. But that bottom tier 3 is going to fall super duper fast. Void going to get clipped.
I'll not feel you again.
And he is taking quite a fair amount of damage. Now Tinker coming in, gonna jump on the Sniper. Not really gonna matter all that much. How many gems are in play? They pretty much stopped him back in base. Now Void jumping in, into the Chrono. Techies cannot stand up to the damage. As well as the Silencer. This is game over. They don't have a buyback on the TA. They have it on the Nature's Prophet, but he's doing the best he can to try to push in this bottom lane. Now Sniper coming back in, and this is basically just a matter of who can do the most damage, and this is GG. It's over. Buyback from Nature's Prophet. Tinker gonna drop in onto the Sniper. They're desperately trying to backdoor this. And there it is, the Dagon. Nature's Prophet though, not TPing out. And this is over. They gotta go for they pretty much gotta go for the throne. Tinker back in base. Don't think he's able to do a whole lot. There's the Riki. But this is over. It is over. The only one with buyback is Tinker, and he's the only guy still alive. Now actually jumping on to Tony Montana. He got this BKB. Now the Abyssal Blade is going to drop him. Void gonna come in for that cleanup. And Tinker back in the fray though. There's not really a whole lot to lose. Tinker, he's taking all the damage in the world and he's gonna fall as well, so a dieback for him. And it's over. Techies unable to do anything. Ogre Mage though getting trapped inside the fountain. I'm not really sure why I wasn't attacking him sooner, but nevertheless, we've had a good game, very intense game. I'm actually out of breath. That was how quickly that was. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this cast. If you did, please do go ahead and subscribe. All support is very much appreciated. This was a lot of fun to cast. Thank you, Tony Montana, for submitting this. Very good game. Not even close, or not even a stomp at all, like you said. So, this was very good. Hopefully you guys are going to check out my future videos. I will have casts, maybe even pro cast up and running here in a couple of days. So, we'll see how it goes. And thank you all for watching. Dear Lord, this was that was a fast-paced game. But anyway, I'll see you. Blabbering like an idiot. Bye.